Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Bandwidth for TWiT specials is provided by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
Hey, it's Lamarr Wilson at E3 2013, and I'm here in the Razer dungeon with all these cool products, and I'm sitting next to the Director of Product Marketing, Keith. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by.
I cannot tell you how excited I am to look at these laptops. I saw them before, and I was just blown away just how thin and how cool they look, and now I want one.
Okay.
So interview over.
Awesome.
I just want one. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the company Razer first, and then we'll get right into these awesome products you have here.
Sure. We're a gaming hardware company for Razer. We make everything from the gamer to the game.
Wow.
And so whether you're interfacing with one of our keyboards or a mouse, or you're using our software like Synapse, which runs all the drivers, or Razer Comms, which is our voice over IP software, we pretty much drive all of those different areas for the consumer. So it's pretty exciting for us to be able to have all those touch points.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit. Let's start with the laptops here.
So this is my new precious, which is the Razer Blade. Of course, as I was saying earlier, it's like, years of my life on this table. But when you really look at it, the Blade itself is the world's thinnest gaming laptop.
World's thinnest.
World's thinnest. And what that means...
People called me the world's thinnest before. No, okay, but that's not true. All right, go ahead.
So when you think about that, what that means is like at 0.66 inches thin, it's thinner than most, when you could stack two of these up, it's thinner than most competitive gaming laptops. And what that means for the consumer is it's impossibly thin, it's insanely powerful, and it's designed just for gaming.
Okay.
And so
that's amazing.
With us putting in the new Intel Haswell 4th generation, the Core i7 processor, and a GTX class graphics card in here, you're really shoving an incredible amount of power in a really slim and thin form factor. In addition to that, we look at all the little nuances and all the additional information or the parts that go into the blade, like the anti-ghosted keyboard, the illumination, all of the ability to treat pretty much the same features you get on a desktop gaming keyboard you get on the Blade. So you can assign macros to keys, you can adjust sensitivity on the gaming grade trackpad based on the game you're playing. So an example being is I could turn up sensitivity really high so I can play Metro here out on the go at a coffee shop or on a plane, and then when I go back into Word, it'll automatically switch when that application launches to a lower sensitivity so I can write an email or do a little work.
Now, being a powerful gaming laptop, how would it be for video editors? I'm a video editor myself, but can this handle that as well?
The great thing about these two systems, we have the Blade and the Blade Pro. They both have more than enough power for video editing and design. My background's in design too, so when I work on Photoshop or whatever, on the Blade Pro, you can see we already have an application designed specifically for Adobe Premiere.
Whoa,
so you can
what is that screen? Hold on a second.
So this is the Switchblade UI. It's a dynamic tactile display which has dynamic tactile keys and an LCD trackpad that allows you to interact directly with your software.
But I just saw Facebook and Twitter and all that. What happened?
Yeah, so I can go in here.
So you can change for different programs?
Yeah, so you have all the different icons. You can assign them to the different apps that you want. We've had about 30 plus apps that are already available, as well as with the trackpad key, you can actually create your own interfaces. So if I want to put like my favorite Borderlands 2 wallpaper on here and keys tied directly to Borderlands, when Borderlands launches, that will switch on and pop up right on the screen.
That is awesome. So here's an interesting thought that I've had. I'm starting to see a trend away from desktops. Is this where you all can capitalize? Because up to a few years ago, it was kind of rare that gamers wanted a big, powerful machine at home and the tower, and they could put in their own hard drives and graphics cards. Do you see the trend more so towards portable gaming?
I mean, if you look at PC sales, definitely notebooks are an influential place. And if you take a look at where we've been going, especially here at Computex, where I was at last week, you could see the trend of after about 2 years of the Blade being on the market, other product manufacturers are coming out with their thin and light, Blade-abees or whatever, notebooks. So for us, we're really excited because it's not about it's about creating something that gamers want. We'd love to have those systems out in the market, whether it's from Razer or from other partners or whatever. It doesn't matter to us. We want to make sure that gamers are getting what they want. And so if we have to drive a trend to make that happen, we'll do that.
Okay. So speaking of driving, I tested out this baby with one of your driving games, and I failed miserably.
Grid 2 is really cool.
Yeah, I failed miserably on it. But tell me about this, because this has a Windows, not RT tablet. It has the full Windows, the Pro.
Yeah, it's a full, like, it's exactly the same, you know, kind of form factor piece like you would see a Surface tablet.
Absolutely.
But it's got a dedicated graphics card. And what that means is that with that, you know, 600 MLE, the NVIDIA graphics card, you got a lot more power. You have the ability to run games, you know, higher end games. So you can play all the tablet titles that you love. There's an accelerometer and all that stuff is built into the tablet.
So tablet ones and regular PC?
Yeah, so anything that you would have in the main Windows 8 interface will work just fine. The great thing about it is it runs all PC games and applications because it's a PC.
So then I can Steam.
Yeah.
Be on there. Okay.
Big picture. So like I can actually, you know, on my unit at home, I take it out of the docking station, plug it into the dock on my TV, and launch Steam Big Picture with a gamepad controller, and boom, it's on my television set.
Get out.
So, you know, I can get a wireless keyboard and mouse, and on my big screen TV, I can play Marvel Heroes. That's what I've been playing now.
Okay.
Trying to play. So you guys, it's a great game. And you can get that on large screen experience. Then if I want, I can sit down on, you know, at my desk. I pull the tablet off of that docking station, put it on my work computer at the office, and boom, it's hooked up to my monitor and my keyboard, and I'm ready to go. So it's really about flexibility and offer gamers like the environment and the way they want to play.
You all might be making Windows tablets cool.
Yeah, well, I think this is the coolest, not to mention the fastest tablet on the market. So.
That's awesome, and I love the controls. They're pretty standard controls, and I got a chance to play with it. It's a great feel to it.
Yeah, it has a nice grip to it.
It's a really nice grip.
Any title that's already got compatibility for a gamepad controller, or an Xbox controller, and a PC will totally work. So for you, you're not waiting for developers to develop something for this gamepad. It's already ready to go.
And so is this out on the market now?
Yeah, the Edge is shipping right now.
Wow.
The Blade Pro will be shipping here in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
We're actually trying to, if I can get all my stuff together, ship this week so we can tell fans that we're getting their pre-orders out a little early.
So let's talk about price. Let's start with this beautiful.
The Blade starts at $17.99.
Okay.
And then the Blade Pro.
When you say start, is there other things where you can add more memory and other customizations?
It has pretty much everything's optimized, but we do offer a 128, a 256, and a 512 SSD form factors.
For gaming, you probably need a good amount of hard drive
space. So depending on how much space you want or you need. Okay. And then the Edge itself is starting at $999. And then
really? That's a good price.
So, you know, we're trying to aggressively get it at a great price point.
Okay.
And then, of course, the gamepad controller is separately, so it's $249. The dock is $99. And then we have a kind of a multitude of accessories you can use with it. Of course, we make wireless gaming mice and mouse pads and whatnot. So there's all of those things that you can use with any of these PCs. Or you can use the stuff you already have, too. That's the great thing about it. It's a full PC, so use whatever you want. Okay. And then with the Blade Pro, it's starting at $22.99.
That's a fair price for the power and this screen, this customizable screen.
Yeah, when you think about it, though, we originally launched like 3 years ago with the very first Blade at $27.99, and we brought it down to $24.99, and now we brought it down to $22.99. Yeah. So as long as our fans continue to support us and keep picking up these systems, we're going to do everything we can to keep driving their price point down and making better and higher quality products.
And I love that you all are using the latest gen processors that just came out of the Haswells. You're keeping up with the times and stuff.
Yeah, we have a great partner at Intel who's been really impressive and helpful with us, and really doing everything they can to make sure we have cool systems that are powered by a great CPU.
Okay, well, you know what? I use a Mac now, but as I was telling your other person, this might sway me to
hey, you know,
Windows
like
out again.
I don't know how to do it, but if you want to Hackintosh up, you know, like you put it up on your website and you have the just what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is really beautiful. So, man, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome.
Yeah, make sure you check out Razer, this great company. What's the website that
Razerzone.com. It's RAZERZone.com.
All right, you heard it there.